All right, here we are with Coach Stutzman. Coach, man, I heard you guys go hard in this room, but I had to see it to believe it. You told me off camera, I want guys that go hard. What does that mean to you?
Well, I just want guys that are competitive, trying to fight and grind out, matches and grind out periods and trying to find ways to score. And just be ultra competitive. And we're getting there. We're young, but we're getting there.
Yeah, you mentioned you were young before, so how do you take, first off, what are you looking for in recruits that are coming in here?
We want some grit. I like small town kids. We like kids that that got a chip on their shoulder. So we're trying to find those type of kids, and I think we're doing that. But it's a process. If we find somebody that we think is pretty good, somebody else is probably going to find them also. So it's competition. So, but I think we're going in the right direction, and we just keep progressing and getting better.
So once you get that commit, and once you get them in this room, then what? How do you get them to buy into what you're talking about, grit, hard work, all that? What are you doing?
It's kind of a culture shock a little bit. I say it's really tough for kids who transfer in this program, and it's really tough for kids who come right out of high school in this program. We kind of go hard right away and kind of see where they're at mentally and physically and all that good stuff. And but now I think this year we spend a little bit more time with these guys as far as teaching some basic skills and just slowing some things down for them. Just because we want everybody to make it at the end of the day. But and that's how we're finding those guys.
So you've got these guys come in. You got a young team, but you've got kind of changes going on in the MAC.
Yep.
So talk to me about those and tell me where you think MAC's headed and how it's good, bad, or indifferent for you.
I think it's good, right? It's good where you got power in numbers, so now we have 15 schools in the MAC, and I think that's fun. We're doing the preseason MAC rankings today through the coaches, and I'm going through it. I'm looking at 125. I see 6 national qualifiers with 6 returning national qualifiers in 125. So that's just an example that, out of 15 teams, now you're going to get 6 national qualifiers at 125. 133, I counted 5, I think. So you could already see that it's going to be a really good, strong conference. I'm excited for it. Coming from the EWL, I know what those schools bring. So it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun time. So hopefully we're ready to compete.
Yeah, talk about competition. Looking at your dual schedule, you're not afraid to wrestle anybody.
No, I believe in these guys, right? So if I believe in this team, then I got to put them up against the best teams we can. And November 7th, we got Wisconsin coming in. They're going to be top 5 in the country when they get here. And at the end of the day, that's going to be a fun challenge, And then we got Purdue that on Saturday, with another team, LIU on Saturday. So we're wrestling, and we're not going to dodge competition. We got to keep them healthy, though. That's the thing about a MAC school. It's how to keep these guys healthy and progressing towards the end.
Yeah, and I saw a West Coast tour going on too.
Going to California, going to go hit Bakersfield and Cal Poly. So I owe Bakersfield. They came out here a couple years ago, so I told them I'd return a favor, of course. And but that's gonna be fun. I've never been out to California and wrestled, so be the first trip out there to wrestle. So we're looking forward to it.
Great. So we talked a little bit earlier about the mental side of the sport. We're early in the season.
Early.
Right? We're getting in here. We're grinding. We're cutting weight. We're trying to get down to our weight and stuff. But how are you and the other coaches preparing the mental side, knowing what you need to know to get these guys ready for March?
Well, we got a lot of communication. People talk about, with a young team, everybody, the common word is red shirt, right? I want a red shirt because I'm not ready. Well, you got to get ready. There's no guarantees that there's no guarantees. So we got to get everybody ready. And as a young coaching staff, we have great examples. I think those guys are the ones doing it. You got Coach Ramos, who's on a multiple time All-American in college. He's on a world team for Puerto Rico. Then you got Coach Oliver, All-American NC State. Guy just came on board. And then we got Muhammad McBride wrestling the U23 World Championships. We got great examples. So if those guys watch what they do, if our young team watch what those guys do, then I kind of sit back and kind of let those guys take over. And I took a step back a little bit, let those guys do a lot of coaching. And I think that's important because I'm 45. I have nothing in common with an 18-year-old kid. These guys are 22 to 25 years old, and they have a lot in common, a lot of input with these guys. So, and they've done awesome. So we're really excited about the growth of our program.
Yeah, man, you got a real young talent on the coaching side as well. You mentioned stepping back. How do you feel about that? I mean, are you? Is it bittersweet? Is it something you have to do? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, stepping back for me is kind of letting those guys kind of give the vocal cues. make no mistakes, when it's time, I'll be in the fire, but I want to step back and let these guys develop as coaches, because they want to be head coaches, and the only way for them to be head coaches is if I let them grow. So I'm letting them grow on the administrative side and the recruiting side. If they need something, they call me, or come to my office. I mean, it's like every day. It's probably the best staff I've had in a long time. Every day they're in my office, we're just shooting shit, so to speak, and so it's just a really good relationship, and that's what I mean by taking a step back. I'm just letting those guys make a lot of decisions that they think is best for the team and best for them. But remember, they're all, they've all had success, so they can bring a different personality to it. And sometimes, I cookie cut, and it's hard on me to, but they're doing well.
So let me switch gears on you a little bit here. We're on the edge of NCAA wrestling. Let me switch gears on you and talk about the RTC.
Yeah.
I know you got an RTC here.
Yes.
So what are you doing? What do you need to be doing to fundraise for that? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, what? I got to raise more money for it. I can tell you that. My volunteer right now, he's on the world team, U23 world team. He's top 12 at the U.S. Open last year, so he wants to make a run, and he's young. He's 22. So we got to raise some money for him. We got our one of my other assistants. He's on the Puerto Rican world team. So he wrestled at the Pan Ams. So we got to raise money for him. I got a German national champion. He's wrestled at the Junior Worlds. He's wrestled at the U23 Worlds. So we got to once again raise some money for him. So we're doing all kinds of things. We're doing golf outings. We're doing, we did the Jordan Bros Clinic the other day. Make some money for some of these guys a little bit. So every little bit helps, and you got to do it. It's a necessary evil in college wrestling today. And let's be honest. You can't win without good guys. It's not about the X and the nose, about the Jimmy Joes, right? And good guys win, and that's what. And we need good guys.
Well, I appreciate the time, Coach. Thanks for having me in. Good luck to you. You got anything else you want to add?
Now we're progressing. Like I said, we can go 5-6 true freshmen this year, but it's gonna be fun. We're excited about it, and I can't wait to get going here next week.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.